Have you ever heard of the largest ant nest in the world? In 2012, scientists discovered an entrance to a gigantic ant nest in the heart of the Brazilian Amazon. This abandoned nest belonged to leafcutter ants. The entrance was just the tip of the iceberg of a monumental structure. To understand the true size of this nest, scientists used a cement truck, pouring 10 tons of cement over 3 days to solidify the nest and make it possible to excavate. After solidification, they discovered that the nest extended 8 meters underground, covering an area of 150 square meters. This colossal work was compared to the construction of the Great Wall of China by humans. Due to the nest's vastness, scientists used excavators to remove 40 tons of soil. The structure of the nest was intricate, with countless interconnected tunnels, roads, and hundreds of rooms linked by these paths. Key rooms, such as breeding chambers, were protected by other guard rooms. Various rooms served specific functions, including storage, rest, activity, and even waste disposal. This was a true underground city for ants, estimated to house about 1 million ants, all highly organized and performing specific functions. But how do ants manage to create such a complex underground city? What roles do the queens and males play in this process? Today, we will dive into the details of this super ant nest. Before continuing, if you like the subject of today's video, leave a like. And for more interesting content like this, subscribe to the channel, comment, and share. This encourages us every day to produce the best for you who accompany us. But without further ado, let's get back to the video. To uncover the true structure of a nest, someone poured molten aluminum at 1,200 degrees Celsius into a fire ant nest at night. The molten aluminum instantly killed the sleeping ants, and those that were awake had no escape as the aluminum infiltrated every part of the nest. After pouring, the nest entrance collapsed, and once cooled, the nest could be excavated. After cooling, the aluminum solidified into the nest structure. Excavation revealed a large aluminum piece mixed with the nest's architecture. Washing it with a high-pressure washer exposed the details of the ant nest. This aluminum nest was later mounted on a wooden base and sold as an art piece. Although fire ants are agricultural and ecological pests, this method of study seemed extremely cruel. Few people know that ants are the second most complex species on Earth, after humans, based on a structured division of labor. An ant colony can have thousands or millions of individuals, building complex underground nests and working in an organized manner. This vast society is ruled by a single queen, similar to a human city or country. Worker ants, the basic unit of the colony, are divided into females and males. Most workers are females, unable to reproduce due to the queen's pheromones. They form the colony's workforce, collecting food, caring for larvae, building the nest, and even fighting wars. Female workers constitute the backbone of the colony and are the hardest working. Male workers are fewer in number, appearing only during mating season. Their main task is to mate with future queens. A colony usually has one queen who mates with the male workers before founding the colony. After mating, the male workers die. Essentially, the males are just reproductive tools. The colony's hierarchy is strict. Older, weaker workers go out to forage for food, facing dangers, while stronger workers handle internal tasks. Some weaker workers also remove trash. During each outing, workers face predators, and their main job is to build and expand the nest due to the growing population. They dig large underground spaces and use saliva to bind the soil, forming solid structures when dried. The nest's basic structure revolves around the queen's chamber, similar to a military or government command center in humans. The queen's chamber is the most important and hidden part, guarded by many workers to prevent intrusions. This tunnel network is designed for efficient ventilation and transportation, resembling a self-built ant city with highways, roads, tunnels, ventilation systems, residential areas, agricultural zones, industrial zones, and warehouses. Despite their industriousness, ants also exhibit laziness. A 2015 study, using computer vision tracking, observed that about 20% of ants were idle, seemingly without tasks. Initially thought to be lazy, scientists later discovered that these ants play a crucial role, providing backup and improving system reliability during peak demands. The queen is the only reproductive ant and the largest, mating with male workers to produce offspring. There is no king. The term king is reserved for termite societies, a different order. The queen mates once in her lifetime, storing enough sperm to fertilize millions of eggs. When the nest reaches a certain size, the queen produces special eggs destined to become future queens, called angel queens. These winged ants leave for nuptial flights, mate in midair, and fertilized females land to start new colonies. They dig chambers and produce the first batch of workers using their resources. This phase is crucial for the colony's survival, relying on the queen's efficient energy management. Once stable, the queen regulates the colony using pheromones, communicated through workers. This ensures coordinated actions such as new foraging paths, alarm signals, and reproductive states. Despite their small brains, ants achieve complex behaviors through collective intelligence and teamwork. Ants are the most populous insects on Earth, numbering between 10 to the power of 16 to 10 to the power of 17. They rival humans in organized social structures and often engage in wars over resources and territory. Ant wars involve strategic deployments, with weaker ants as frontline soldiers and stronger ants held in reserve. Victorious colonies may capture and integrate enemy workers, adapting them to the queen's pheromones. The similarities between ant and human societies, including hierarchical and warfare behaviors, suggest intriguing parallels. Advanced civilizations might observe humans as we observe ants, seeing Earth as a vast nest on the cosmic frontier. And here, we conclude our journey into the incredible world of ants and their complex underground nests. These small creatures surprise us with their organization and construction skills, creating true cities beneath our feet. The division of labor, hierarchy, and efficient cooperation highlight how advanced their society is. Leafcutter ants, with their vast networks of tunnels and chambers, exemplify the power of collective intelligence and effective communication. They teach us about teamwork and resilience, reminding us that often, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. I hope you enjoyed this fascinating exploration. If you did, leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more interesting content. Leave your suggestions for future videos in the comments. See you next time.